This is Chicago's West Side. It has a reputation for juvenile violence. The teenagers here live on the streets. They lord over the corners. They've made a world of their own, with unwritten laws and loyalties. This is Clarence Smith. His friends call him Jap. The words you hear belong to Jap and to his friends. What they have said is a description of their world as they see it. The judgments and evaluations of their lives and codes are made by them on their own terms, with their own standards.
This here's our corner, but it ain't like it used to be. Used to be you couldn't walk up on this corner if you didn't know nobody. It was just like when you go to jail. If you go to jail and you don't know nobody, well, you just gonna get a whooping. Same on this corner, but it done cooled down now. Cops done got it uptight. We used to hang out in this place called the Shack, but they done closed it down. Then we started hanging around the Footlong, but they keeps a kicking us out. So now the only place we can have our fun is on the corner. And can't nobody close that down.
But this I know, if Jesus leads me, I shall get home someday.
Everybody up on this corner is vice lords. You get with a bunch of guys on the corner and you ain't a vice lord, well, they figure you something else. They figure maybe you belong to another club. And if they figure that, well, you just might as well give it up right there, because they're going to put some hurting on you. Somebody asks you if you're in the club, well, you tell them. You should never try to hide that you're a vice lord, because if you can't tell the truth, you should never join up.
Club to me until they get the juice in them to feel like fighting. I don't go for that. Everybody over here drinks wine because they think that's the swinging thing to do. Some of the older boys can talk sense, but the young ones, they're ignorant. They're destructive. But I wouldn't say they're rough. They try to be. I mean, they do a good job of making people think they're rough, because they're always jumping on somebody. A lot of people figure like this. Get rid of them before they start something. But I don't figure like that. I say, wait till something starts. Then if nobody messes with me, leave them alone. If they want to get drunk and act a fool, let them. Once I was president of a sociable club called the Corvairs, 13 and 14-year-olds, but it got broke up. See, the vice lords claimed that some of the Corvairs had shot at them, so they messed us up. Only, it wasn't the Corvairs who did the shooting. It was some boys with us. But the reason the vice lords got aroused at us because, well, it's like the police say. If you're with them, you're them.
Everybody's got to stick together, man.
Yeah, you got to have confidence in your fellows.
If somebody's giving you a raw deal, best thing to do is go on and bust the man up alongside his head, walk off and forget about it.
Don't never underestimate a person. I only been beat 2 times in my life, and that was by a person that I know I could beat.
If a person do you wrong, sooner or later he gonna have to come up on the corner, because he gotta go somewhere, and the first time you see him, that's it.
A gun ain't no thing to have if you ain't got a cool head.
If you drunk, a gun will get you in trouble.
If I get drunk, I do a hell of a lot of things that I wouldn't do if I weren't drunk.
Yeah, that's me too, man.
Your mother, she know if you're in the club by the way you act. Right now, I try to act as nice as I can to my mother, because she got an idea I'm with a gang. So she asked me, and I told her. She never said anything more about it. See, sometimes, mother, they worry about their boys being in the club because she want her kids to stay out of trouble and get the best of everything. They don't know. They try to pet their kid too much. They try to do too much for them. Mother got to put her kid in a class with every other kid, because no kid is better than the next. But most mothers is okay, though. They do the best they can. Now, my mother, she always treated me nice. Down south, every day when I went to school, she'd give me money to put in my pocket. She used to give me that because she never wanted me to steal. And she figured if I had money in my pocket, I wouldn't have to go out and rob nobody. I've never been to jail for stealing nothing because I never had it in my mind. Now, sometimes your mama gonna put you out. If she get tired of you acting a fool and getting in trouble, she gonna put you out. This friend of mine, he ain't had no sense. His mother got tired of getting him out of jail, and she said she was gonna send him down south with his old man to keep him out of trouble. But he didn't want to go, so she said the next time he go to jail, she wouldn't get him out. He'd have to do his own time. So he left home. He wanted to be on his own. That was his mistake. He say so himself. Now, fathers, that's something else. Some boys like their father, some don't. Now, me and my daddy, we was never close together, because his wife never did like me and my mother. So I never messed around with him much. But one day I got sick. So my cousin started talking to him. He got word, came over, and wanted to carry me to the doctor. I said, no, you waited till I got this old to do something for me. I don't need you to do nothing for me now. So we speak when we see each other and just keep right on going. Most guys cares a lot about their mothers, because see, mothers is on the side with their kids, and sometimes they is the only one on their side. I think maybe I'll go in the army and save up enough money to build my mother a home. I'd like to have something like one of them modern houses with a swimming pool in the backyard. I figured if I build her a home, I would have done my part for her. Then she won't have to be paying no more rent.
I went to get me this job last week. It was all arranged, and the lady had been told I'd been in jail. But when she asked me what I'd been in jail for, I told her shooting a gun. And then she got all funny and said the job had been taken.
That's like I was telling you. If you've been in jail, most people ain't gonna give you no chance.
What's the use of keep on going for a job if your record ain't gonna let you get one?
I'll tell you what's the use. If you don't keep looking for a job, you're gonna be walking the streets forever. What will happen then?
Yeah, but you get tired of getting the brush off.
I done got the brush off. In fact, I done got more than one brush off. See, the truth is that some people ain't gonna hire you no matter what, even if you didn't have 4 years of college. Now, there's a lot of reasons why people won't hire you. Say if you were a foreman on this job, and they send me out to you and I show you my card that say I got a record. Now, what you gonna do?
Well, I would feel like this. If you seem to me that you really want to work, I think I would give you a chance to square yourself.
But see, if you're not the boss and you hire me and I mess up, the big boss is gonna say to you, what's the matter with that boy you hired? He messing up. Now you gonna take a chance on losing your good job and hiring me?
Well, if you don't look suspicious and I don't get no ideas.
You don't think people look at you and don't get no suspicious ideas? Man, I'm gonna tell you one thing I see you don't know. Everybody who sound like they talking straight ain't straight. People's afraid to take a chance on you because there been so many boys before you who look like they talking straight, but they ain't.
I guess it all comes down to one thing. You gotta be hired to somebody who understands teenagers.
People will hire you if they think you through with gang fighting and gonna come to work every day on time and do your job. But if they think you're gonna get on the job and start some trouble now, they ain't gonna hire you. Most of the boys you see up on the corner, they don't care too much about fighting anymore. You see, you kind of get tired of living that kind of life, because the more you fight, well, the more you're going to hate yourself. In a way, that is. Because when you fight somebody, next time you see him, you might need a favor out of him. and all you gonna get is a bust in the mouth. Boy, you got a lot to learn about women.
And what you talking about?
Now, dig here, man, when you in love with this broad she's got your nose, don't let her know it.
Man, no woman's got me strung up.
Aw, we saw you with that broad last night.
Yeah, she got your nose wide open.
I ain't gonna never let no broad have my nose.
Mm-mm.
Too many more of them out there, Jack. If I get married, I'm still gonna have me a spare. You treat people like you want to be treated. You understand? I mean, they're gonna treat you like they want it anyhow. But if you treat them nice, well, they probably treat you nice too.
In them days, I was young. I liked to fight. It do me good to fight.
Back in them days, the police was locking me up on the weekend. They was afraid I was gonna start something.
I can't go against the police too much, though. There's some of them that's good.
The way I feel about it, they give me a fair shake, I give them one.
You gotta know how to treat police. They're just like a judge. If you go in there lying to the judge, he's gonna mess you up the best way he can. But if I figured if you telling him the truth, he's gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but dig here, Jack. Some of them cats come up on the corner and putting the boys up along the wall just to get themselves a reputation.
You find me a policeman that come out and roughhouse me on the street, and I'll do everything I can to make his job harder, even if I have to go to jail.
He quit school until he told me. I told him he ain't nothing but a fool. Right now, if you ain't got no high school education, man, you ain't gonna get no worthwhile job.
Back in '58, I wasn't even thinking about no school. I figured I'd go out and get me a job and get some money shoveling some dirt. I was digging footing for these houses. Man, I got tired of that. I had to quit that stuff. I say, look here, man, I ain't working no more. He said, what's wrong? You digging that dirt out there real good. But I say, I'm going back to school. He said, you mean you going to school and quit your job? I said, give me that money and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I quit. That stuff was getting me down. Come home every night, back about to kill me. I'd be all messed up.
What I say about school is this. Get as much education as you can, but don't run out in your fellows for nothing.
What you mean by that?
Well, I say if one of the fellas go to school and become a doctor or a lawyer, and then he come out here and act like he don't know none of his old friends, man, that ain't right.
It ain't no good for a guy who's been gang fighting to get into some money and then move out on this fellas.
But let me ask you this. Say, for instance, you was planning to be a doctor, and there was another boy interested in being a doctor too, and he had some boys, some bad boys, and he was running with them. Would you try to encourage him to run with you, or would you just...
I'd try to encourage him to run with me. And I try to encourage his boys to run with me. Plus, I try to encourage myself to run with me.
Get a little taste of wine and we get the feeling good.
Shoot dice, play cards.
Just having a whole lot of fun. Next thing you know, we be fighting.
That's when the things was really swinging.
Man, you'd never find my mother holding no party. She said she didn't want no hoodlums breaking up her house. What the people should know is that when you're young, you need some kind of recreation. Like baseball, maybe.
Now, you ain't gonna get no young kid to play no baseball.
Man, why you say that?
'Cause all they gonna do is what they wanna do.
You think all they want to do is fight?
Sure, that's why they do it. You ain't gonna do nothing you don't really wanna do. At least I don't. One of the old vice lords is getting out of the place today. He's coming on home. He's been doing 5 years, and that's a long time. But you think time gonna change that man? You think he still ain't gonna be with the fellas? There'll be 35 guys getting out in the next 2 years. Some of them this month, some of them next. Now, they've been gone a long time, but when they come home, they still vice lords. Time don't change nobody. It's the way you treat them. You gotta give them a fair shake. And we've been getting a better shake this year since the whole 5 years I've been gang fighting. Every year, things change. People's beginning to see more about teenagers. Like this summer. Not too much happened. Next summer, not as much gonna happen as did this summer. 'Cause people, they beginning to understand teenagers. But the most important thing for people to understand is this. As long as a man is in the club, he gonna stick with his fellas. 'Cause nobody can live in this world by themselves.
Clarence Smith and his friends know how to live on the streets. They've grown up here. They've made the rules. But when time comes for them to leave the corner, where do they go? What do they do? Who will have the patience to help them make the adjustment from the law of the streets to the laws of society?